Ken Willis Podcast here. Just want to do a quick little video on the upcoming film by Angel Studios called Bonhoeffer, Pastor, Spy, Assassin. The film's going to follow the life and the death of Pastor Dietrich Bonhoeffer, a Lutheran pastor in Germany, and he is going to resist some things that Hitler's going to try to do in whitewashing the church, his Jewish origins. He's going to stand against that. He's going to also try to stand up for Jewish rights and try to protect Jewish people. Ultimately, he will conspire to assassinate Adolf Hitler. And of course, he does not succeed, and he is caught and executed as a spy and I guess they would consider him a traitor and insurrectionist. I first of all want to say Bonhoeffer was a good man. He was doing the right thing when many and most were not. He was protecting the Jews. He was trying to protect Germany from coming into the control of Hitler and the Nazi system. And he also was standing up for traditional Christianity in many ways. However, not to sound as if I'm trying to hate on him at all, but he had some serious theological differences with fundamental Christianity. He was a neo-Orthodox, okay, and that is, you can look that up and get into all that. I won't get into everything. Essentially, if you're familiar with higher criticism and neo-Orthodoxy, you're probably familiar with the name Karl Barth, one of his mentors and someone he derived much of his theology from. Not a good thing, and he had some real issues with the atonement. He did not, he had some, honestly, the heretical views on the atonement, on universalism, that basically everyone in the end will get saved. God will just basically pardon everyone, and things like that. That's heretical. When it comes to the authority of Scripture, he did not believe in the absolute inerrancy of Scripture. He was a proponent of German higher criticism and higher criticism in general. So he did believe that we have to, basically the Bible hasn't been preserved perfectly. We have to go back and scientifically reconstruct it by scientific methods and finding the oldest texts and trying to piece together what the Scriptures actually were. That's really the same kind of thing that most modern English version editors and translators believe as well, but be that here, neither here nor there. He also had some issues with just some other views in theology that we would look at from the Bible and say that's not true at all. So again, I'm not trying to attack Dietrich Bonhoeffer. I'm grateful for him and what he did and what he tried to do, and others who followed him in those same causes like that, trying to get rid of Hitler, trying to prevent the Nazis from spreading, trying to shelter and help the Jews and fight for their rights and things like that. But we cannot, as Christians, as fundamental Bible-believing Christians, lift him up as this great example of theology and orthodoxy and say that he's quoted quite a bit, and he does have some good quotes, but we can't lift him up as this staunch, orthodox, fundamental, Bible-believing Christian that we would look to for our theology. We can't do that. So again, when you see this movie, please enjoy the movie. I intend to as well, but understand that he did have some serious theological problems in his belief system. And is he actually a born-again Christian? I cannot speak to that because I don't know his heart. But I know by what he believed, I have some serious problems there and some serious doubts. But be that as it may, that is my take on Dietrich Bonhoeffer, and I still intend to enjoy the movie, and it will hopefully be enlightening to a lot of people to show a perspective of Germans who did not go along with Hitler. There were Germans in Germany who abhorred what Hitler was doing, but by the time that many of them realized how bad it actually was, there was very little they could do, or you would simply disappear, be arrested, or even be killed. So as a historian, I look forward to the movie. As a theologian, just be careful, because again, he's not this perfect example of what Orthodox Christian biblical theology looks like. This is Ken Willis for the Ken Willis Podcast. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy the nice weather out today. and enjoy the film.